Hi, welcome back. I'm Francesca.
And I'm Anna. How are you doing this morning, Francesca?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Getting ready for fall break coming up.
For sure. I'm super excited. You said you're going home, right?
Yes, I'm driving home on Friday, and then I'll be back in Nebraska for a few days, so it'll be nice.
Oh, that'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going home as well, like we talked about last week, but definitely something to look forward to.
So this past Friday was late night at the Phog. Did you end up going?
I did. It was a lot of fun. Did you camp out?
I didn't have a camping group, but I did wait in line since 2:30 that day.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was there early and just kind of hung out for a little bit.
For sure, for sure. I was in a camping group and I camped out on Thursday night, and then I actually got a physical ticket from one of my friends. So I was like, well, I just camped out. But,
Yeah.
you know, it still did it. It was a lot of fun, definitely an experience.
Did you get seats right in the middle then?
We did. I was in the third row,
Wow.
like pretty much like right behind the backboard. It was nice.
Awesome.
And we were right near the tunnel where all the players came out and everything, so that was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was fun to see them come out and introduce themselves, do their little dances.
For sure, for sure. It was so loud in there, like you could see them screaming, but you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, and then they got to show off some of their tricks. They did a lot of dunking, showing off their moves for the season.
For sure, for sure. We got to see both the men's and women's basketball teams. I'm excited for basketball season. How about you?
Yes, me too. I'm a huge basketball fan, so.
Well, you chose the right school to
I
come
definitely
to.
did. Yes, we had Rob Rigglehorn hosting, which I did not know he was going to be there, so it was fun to see him in the crowd.
It definitely was. It was a lot of fun knowing that he was a KU alumni along with Paul Rudd. I know he wasn't there, but still nice to mention.
Yes.
And then we also had Run DMC.
Yeah.
Did you have fun at that?
I did. It was kind of fun. I feel like once It's Tricky came on, just the entire student section got really hype.
For sure, for sure. And same with like Walk This Way.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. You could see the families getting into it too, which was a fun experience.
For sure, for sure. And how about that 3-point shot?
I know, that was crazy. I cannot believe that students won $5,000 for making that.
I know, I know. I was actually sitting right next to my friend Libby, who will be a guest on our show today.
Wow.
But that was pretty cool to see her do that. So on a more serious note, a Facebook whistleblower named Frances Hagan just came out and testified in front of the Senate recently, saying that the company was choosing profit over privacy. That's a big concern.
Yeah,
Facebook
definitely.
being a very big social media page and, you know, also owning WhatsApp and Instagram, definitely concerning.
And for a while that day, all of their sites were down for hours.
For sure. I've heard a lot of people saying that was either a PR stunt or, you know, it just happened to crash, but it's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that brings up for the company and what they'll do to...
For sure.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at their profit margins, and I believe it's from 2019 to 2020, their profit margins almost doubled. And, you know, when you're talking about a big company like that, that's not just a few dollars. That's about millions turning into billions. So that's definitely concerning on how that all happened. But especially Instagram being a huge platform for people our age as well.
Yeah, I was looking into it, and it said that crashes like this for huge companies like that for hours don't happen. Yeah.
No, you really don't hear anything like that. And, you know, like I said, it being a huge platform for us, it's concerning because we pretty much spend our life on there, at least our generation, and, you know, Facebook as well, connecting with people.
Yeah, especially in between classes, you know, sometimes it's nice to check.
Exactly. But yeah, that was just something that I thought was definitely interesting to see. But yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be fun this week to kind of finish up with school. We're halfway through the semester, which is crazy. And then I think it'll be nice for everyone to kind of get to go home and have a break.
For sure, for sure. Well, we'll see you after the break. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I'm here with Libby Frost. A lot of you may know her from The Late Night in the Phog. She is a pretty big KU celeb. How are you doing today, Libby?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, can you tell us a little bit about, how it felt just to be there?
Yeah, so it was like also my first late night at the Phog, and so it was really cool. It was a really energetic experience, and yeah, and then I got the text that said that I'd been selected to do the half court thing, and I didn't think I was going to get picked, because whoever gets picked for stuff like that. And so I was really excited, and I ran up to all my friends, and you were there. I ran up to him and I was like, look at this. This says what I think it does. And you guys were like, yeah. And so then from that moment on, I was just so excited, but I was also really nervous.
I'm sure. Finding that out, and we were also cheering you on in the stands. We were so excited for you, and when you didn't make that first shot, we were like, that's okay, we got this. And then we were all chanting, one more shot. And then you got the second chance, and you were confident in yourself, which I think is a huge thing, which that is great. So when you got the chance to make the three-point shot, how did that feel? Did you think you were going to make it? Were you nervous? Were you confident?
Yeah, so as soon as I was on the court, I wasn't really nervous anymore. Before I got on the court, I was really nervous, but for some reason when I got out there, I wasn't. And then whenever he said, oh, you can shoot from the top of the three, I was like, okay, yes, I got it. I can make these. I practice these all the time, because I've been playing in 3-on-3 tournaments the past couple of weeks. I'd been shooting a lot and practicing kind of. And so as soon as he said, yeah, you can shoot from the girls' line at the three-point, I was like, okay, let's go. And I just wanted to do it, not overthink it or anything.
For sure. I know you, with the 3v3 tournament, like you were saying, I know I was at a few of those games, but I know you were pretty disappointed after not making it to play at Late Night at the Phog, but I feel like this was a definite chance of redemption.
For sure. I told one of our teammates, I said, everything happens for a reason. Maybe there was a reason we weren't supposed to play at Late Night, and win that game. And then it ends up that I just happened to get chosen to shoot that half-court shot. And she was like, yeah, I guess there was a reason. So, you could win that. So that was kind of funny.
Definitely. So how did it feel to have all these huge guys jumping around you afterward, and, just being in the presence of everyone?
Yeah, it was really awesome. They were so excited. They're just huge, and I'm they're a lot taller than I thought they were, and their muscles are so big. And so they're jumping and running and pushing me around kind of, and so it was a little intimidating, I would say, but it was pretty cool. But I felt tiny compared to them, and so I just tried to get out of that huddle, because I didn't want to break my leg or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So what are you going to do with what you won?
Yeah, so I plan on giving that money to my mom, just because she deserves it. She spent a lot of money on me, and I'm sure she'll decide to put it towards my school and stuff, but maybe she could buy herself something nice, and I think she deserves that. So.
For sure. And one last question, how are you handling this fame?
Yeah, nothing is really changing for me. I still hang out with my friends and study and do my homework, but it is cool. I'll talk to people on campus, and they'll be like, you're that girl. And so it's kind of nice, and I think it brings a feel good, to the campus and to my community back home. And so I'm glad that I could do that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Libby,
thank you.
coming in today. That was awesome. After this break, we'll be back.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I'm here with our Career and Outreach Coordinator, Steve Rottinghaus. Steve, in about 2 weeks, we are going to have a career fair here at the J School. So what should students expect to see?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow, October 21st from 10 to 3. We have 14 companies committed right now. We have a good mix of news and information, Stratcom. We've got TV stations, newspapers, a radio station, PR company, communications firms, and they're super excited to meet our students. So yeah, hopefully all students can find somebody they can connect with. But yeah, last year it was all virtual because of the pandemic. So I'm excited to have people here interacting with our students.
Yeah, and then who all can come to the career fair?
It's open to all students. Typically we do have more upperclassmen, which is fine. I totally get it because it can lead to internships and job placement, but yeah, freshmen. I would definitely want freshmen, sophomores, all classes to show up because I think it's important now to make those connections. Even if the timing's not quite right for an internship, at least you make a connection with the company. And then say at the next career fair next March or next year, you can say, hey, do you remember me? I met you at the career fair in October of 2021. So yeah, it's open to all students. And yeah, just make those connections. It's not meant to be intimidating by any means because these companies, they're excited to meet these students as well.
Yeah, awesome. And then for students looking to come, how should they prepare? What should they wear?
Definitely dress like you would for an interview. I always recommend like business casual. I know I'm not the most stylish guy, but if I'm a student going to career fair, I would definitely wear a collared shirt and a tie, slacks. Same thing with females. I mean, try to have like, if you have a business suit, that's fine, but slacks, nice shoes. You don't want to wear like hoodies, pajama bottoms, sweatpants, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, treat it like you would an actual potential interview because you are there to try to impress these potential employers. And definitely also bring your resume. Don't feel like you're going to connect with every company there, but hopefully 3 or 4 and give them a resume and they'll probably file it away or they might give you some immediate feedback, which is totally fine.
Yeah, and then what would you say to some underclassmen who might be a little hesitant to come to the career fair?
I still think it's worth your time just to make those connections. And also something I didn't talk about, we have a photographer for LinkedIn photos. I know a lot of freshmen probably haven't thought too much about LinkedIn, but it's great. It's kind of like a living, breathing resume, digital. So we have a photographer, he's going to take a photo with a nice lighting, nice backdrop, and it can work also for your portfolio. But yeah, freshmen, you can never start too early making those professional connections, and I definitely encourage freshmen to show up.
Yeah, well, it sounds like a great way to get students involved and meeting with some companies that they could potentially work with. So are there any final comments you want to say? Yeah,
we are 2 weeks away. Again, it's October 21st, 10 to 3. Don't feel like you have to stay the whole time. If you can devote 1 hour, I think it's a good use of your time. And I'm excited to have it here at Stauffer Flint. We've never been able to have it here because we've renovated this building and got done, I think, in late January 2020. Yeah. Well, the pandemic hit, within 2 months later, so we had to move virtual. Yeah. So I know our companies are looking forward to being in this building. Personally, I want to show it off. We haven't had that chance. But yeah, I think it's a good use of your time, and we hope to see you on October 21st. Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the news.
Yeah, I always just clap at this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about how the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now. No humps.
nailed it.
I practiced this morning. Mine was just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back. I'm Kate.
And I'm Carson. This is your Wednesday Good Morning KU News Update. Talk about luck. One Powerball ticket holder's life just turned into big money. The winning ticket for Monday night's enormous Powerball jackpot was nearly in the $700 million mark. $699.8 million to be exact. Lottery officials said the lucky ticket was sold in Albertsons and Morrow City, California.
Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp experienced a global outage on Monday, leading to shares falling as much as 5% and Mark Zuckerberg losing $7 billion in net worth. This happened just days after a whistleblower provided internal documents exposing how Facebook's algorithm can be harmful to younger audiences. Facebook denies these allegations, but this unusual 6-hour outage has people questioning the company's internal affairs.
The Downtown Zombie Walk will be back after a year off because of the pandemic. Participants wear makeup and fake blood to impersonate the ghoulish creatures and walk slowly from the South Park gazebo on Mass Street to 7th Street and back. The walk is free and will be held on Thursday, October 21st.
The number of students living on campus at KU dropped significantly during the pandemic, but the number of sexual assault cases grew in 2020. According to the Lawrence Journal World, the number of reported rape cases on campus increased from 11 to 12 last year, with all reported cases occurring in student housing. Chancellor Girard said that KU still has much work to do to prevent sexual assault.
Not a great weekend for KU sports, unless you count the return of basketball with Friday night's late night in the Phog. The football team got crushed, the soccer team lost 2, and the volleyball team split. Even the softball team got rained out.
The football team lost 59-7 at Iowa State. Despite more than a 6-minute advantage in time of possession, KU could only score 1 touchdown to the Cyclones' 8. The Jayhawks are now 1-4 overall and 0-2 in the Big 12 Conference.
No game this week for Kansas, and the next game will be homecoming on October 16th against Texas Tech. The Red Raiders are currently 4-1 after a 23-20 victory over West Virginia on Saturday.
The volleyball team split with Iowa State last weekend at home. On Friday night, the Jayhawks battled back from a first-set loss to win in 4. On Saturday, the team looked tired and lost in straight sets. KU is now 11-4 overall and 3-1 in the conference, with top-ranked Texas to visit Horseshoe this weekend.
And that will wrap it up for today's news and sports update. Don't forget that fall break is Monday and Tuesday of next week, but we'll be back here on Wednesday morning to find out what everyone did over the long weekend. Have a great day.